Hey guys, Mr. Burns here with your video for Lesson 22T, Input and Output Tables. It says there are times when you are given an equation that describes a relationship between two pieces of information. An equation is useful in creating other ways of displaying the information. The most common ways of displaying data are with graphs, tables, and words. A function is a pairing of numbers according to a specific rule or equation. An input and output table shows how each input in a function is paired exactly with exactly one output value. The input is usually represented by the variable x, and the output is usually the variable y. Graphs are another way to visually display equations. The input x is paired with the output y to create ordered pairs which can be graphed on a coordinate plane. So an input and output table is used to show your data or your information and how the function rules apply. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Let me show you guys how this works. By this time you guys all know how to use and manipulate equations. So what we're talking about is just a graphic way to organize the results of your equation. So here's what I'm talking about. So for numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4, it says to complete the input and output tables using the function rule. So they give you the rule and they give you the values to use. Okay, so they give you the rule. So here we go. My input, is my x values. The middle column, is my function rule, or my equation. And then my third column is my output or my y. So here's what they do. So you start off with this function rule of y equals 2x, the equation, right? And they give you the value for x that they want you to substitute in. So I put 0 in for x, into the equation. So the 2 times 0, that results in 0. The second value that they give you is 1. So we're going to go ahead and take 1 and substitute it in for x. And what's 2 times 1? 2 times 1 is 2. So that's the output or the y value. So when I put 1 in for x, I get a corresponding y value of 2 when I use this rule or this equation. Okay, let's take a look at the third one. So the function rule doesn't change. The rules don't change, whether you ask mom or you ask dad. Okay, the rules don't change. Well, Mr. Burns, that's not true. Sometimes my dad will say one thing and my mom will say another. So the rules do change. Well, not in Mr. Burns' math world, they don't. So here we go. So we substitute 2 in for x. So the function rule is 2 times whatever x is. In this case, the value of x is 2. So it's 2 times 2. That's 4. The fourth and final situation for this table. So 2, 2 is 2. We leave that 2 where it belongs. And then I substitute 3 in for x, which goes right there. 3, not 2. So 3. And what's 2 times 3? That's 6. Got it? Okay, here we go. Number 2. On number 2, they give you've got 3 columns again. The first column, is your x values or your input. The middle column, is your function rule. And then your third column is the corresponding output. So the key thing is whatever your rule is, you got to follow the rules. Okay, so here we go. So we have our equation. So we got x. What's the value of x they give us? The value of x that they give us for this one is 0. And 0 plus 5. 5 doesn't change, and neither does the addition. So it's 0 plus 5. That's 5. So when x is 0, the corresponding y value is 5 when we use or follow the rule. Here we go. Second one. For the second situation, we get an input value of 1. The addition stays addition, and the 5 stays a 5. So what's 1 plus 5? That's 6. The third situation, what's the value of x they give us? The value of x that they give us is 2. We're still adding, and we're still adding it to 5. So it's 2 plus 5? That's 7. The fourth situation they give us is an x value of 3. We're still adding, and what are we adding it to? We're adding it to 5. So it's 3 plus 5, 8. So when x is 3, y is 8. When x is 2, the corresponding y value is 7. When x is 1, the corresponding y value is 6. And when x is 0, the corresponding y value is 5. Hope this is making sense to you guys. Let's move on to number 3 and 4. Okay, number 3, the first column again, gives you your x values. They would go ahead and they choose them for you. So those are your x values. The middle column, okay, is your function rule that you have to follow all the time, every time in this situation. And then the last column is your y values, or are your y values. So here we go, following the rules, right? So number 3, the first value is 10. What are we subtracting? We're subtracting x. In this case, x is 1. So what's 10 minus 1? That's 9. Second situation, the 10 stays the same. Subtraction is still subtraction. And what value of x do they give us this time? They give us 2. So what's 10 minus 2? That's 8. Okay, third situation, 10 is still 10. Subtraction is still subtraction. And what x value are we subtracting this time? Why, we're subtracting 3. So what's 10 minus 3? That's 7. The fourth situation, 10 is still 10. We're still subtracting. And what are we subtracting this time? We're subtracting 4, because that's the value of x they give us. So it's 10 minus 4. That's 6. Pretty straightforward. Pretty simple. All right, here we go. Number 4. On number 4, first column is our x values. Our middle column, okay, is the rule. And our third column is the corresponding y values. Here we go, folks. Number 4. So we've got 0, that's the value for x they give us, divided by 5 plus 1. So what's 0 divided by 5? That's 0. What's 0 plus 1? Well, that's 1. Second value for x that they give us is 5, so it's going to be 5 divided by 5 plus 1. What's 5 divided by 5? That's 1. What's 1 plus 1? That's 2. The third value of x they give us is 10, so we've got 10 divided by 5 plus 1. What's 10 divided by 5? That's 2. What's 2 plus 1? That's 3. The fourth value of x they give us is 20, so we've got 20 divided by 5 plus 1. What's 20 divided by 5? That's 4. What's 4 plus 1? 20 divided by 5 is 4. 4 plus 1 more is 5. Okay, that's it. Number 5. On number 5 it says, write the 4 ordered pairs from the table in exercise 3. So here we go. For number 3, what's the first set of ordered pairs? It's 1, 9. What's the second set of ordered pairs for number 3? That's 2, 8. What's the third ordered pair for number 3? It's 3, 7. And what's the fourth ordered pair? It's 4, 6. That's it. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Let's go ahead and get out a piece of paper, pencil, and a calculator. Let's get ready to do our work. Good job, you guys.